All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to this weekend market analysis. First, let me apologize for the little break. I had some severe technical issues. I just have to make some replacement on equipment, and I think everything is fine right now. In fact, for the past 2 or 3 weeks, we have not been trading optimally. As a result, many trading opportunities were missed. I wouldn't want to go over and over and start reviewing those trading opportunities that were missed. Let's just get on, all right, and trade the forex market. All right, before we look into the charts, let's look into the forex factory economical calendar for this trading week, being Monday the 8th of July. All right, Monday the 8th of July to Friday the 12th of July. We have quite a number of high impact news announcements here. Don't forget the interest rate announcement and monetary policy statement for the Canadian dollar. All right, this is a big one. It's going to be released on Wednesday, July 10th, and also that same day we are going to be having the FOMC. All right, the FOMC. This is another big one for the week. Usually the FOMC tends to slow price action for the following days. All right, for Monday, Tuesday, it tends to slow price action until the news announcement is released. But at any rate, we'll keep following our charts and searching for valid trading opportunities. I am hopeful that our trading frequency going forward is going to improve. All right, if you look into the Telegram channel, most of those setup that was shared, that were shared, actually did played out. Let me just take a little review here. Give me a moment. All right, those charts that were shared in Telegram channel, actually they're still trying to load. Let me just keep it aside for now. All right, I'll come back to that. So let's move into the charts and just look at a few pairs. The first one is the euro against the American dollar. Let's move into the weekly time frame first. I am seeing that we had prices stalled within this range. Okay, prices stalled within that range. That is the price action that we are seeing here. This was a sideways one. This one went a sideways. This one here was more of was it a triangle or so? More of an expansion, but not so clear. That was a straight fall, then a sideways bias. That was a congestion right there. Right now we are seeing that sideways price action. In fact, if you zoom in your chart, you will see how this particular area here has been holding price. It has held price, and the week before last week we saw that rejection there. In fact, it was a doji that we neglected. We didn't give much attention to that doji, and as a result, that was the hint that price was going to push to the downside. Well, we are still within this range. Okay, we are still within the range. Let's see the daily time frame for a possible price action. In the daily time frame, we had that channel formation. We weren't fast enough to identify this confluence zone. We weren't fast enough to identify that confluence zone. It was a confluence point because you can see those bounces right there coming together around that area, and also this previous swing high, a fake breakout there coming together at that same point. So that was the confluence point of resistance, and you can see the reaction. Price just bounced off that level and kept pushing to the downside. Well, right now this pattern has been violated. Okay, it has been violated. We are now looking for the new possible pattern in the euro against the American dollar. Well, chances are that we may get a pullback, then from there on, well, I am really not liking that for now, and I don't want to it doesn't look it. Okay, it doesn't look it. I will not even trade any type of price action there against the weekly zone level of support. Okay, what I am anticipating here is the possibility of, it's either we are going to have a level here, all right, connecting these two lows, that bounce there and this one there, and also maybe connecting those two highs, but that doesn't look good. I mean, that slant high there, it doesn't look good in my opinion. Then I am looking at the possibility of connecting those highs and also connecting these lows. Okay, at any rate, I am expecting to see a triangle formation. All right, a triangle formation. Maybe we'll see a bounce from here to the upside. We have gone flat. It is still a range. So for the euro against the American dollar, I do not have a valid setup here to trade at this time. So let's just keep being patient. Wait to see if something is going to develop in the future for us to trade. But if you're looking to trade, be a bit hesitant going short. All right, be a bit hesitant hitting on your sell button. All right, so that's it. We'll review the intraday time frame time. Let's say the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Well, I had to bring back my line. I have to bring back this rising trend line that was previously broken with a breakout pullback continuation pattern there. Well, we saw that doji there, just like the euro against the American dollar. We saw that reversal sign there, but we didn't take them seriously because they were much of a low quality reversal signs in our opinion. Well, right now price is making that a pullback. Price has now made that a pullback, okay, to that breakout zone. I expect to still see some comeback in the American dollar against the Swiss franc, just like I expect in the euro against the American dollar. Usually, as we had this breakout pullback move, some people took their trade right there. They placed their sell stop order there, their stop loss above. As price pushed to the downside, they took out their first profit right there. They trailed their stop loss to break even position, and as usual, the market will always want to trigger all of those entries, okay, that are running at possibly break even position or even heading to the stop loss axis, okay, before another fall to the downside. So it is not yet over for the American dollar against the Swiss franc. We are going to keep our eyes around this zone. All right, we'll keep our eyes around this zone until we find that price has enough momentum to push above. If it doesn't and we find any reaction of that zone, we'll be very happy to look for our short entries. So for the American dollar against the Swiss franc, be patient. We are watching price around this area. Hopefully we are going to find a second chance to jump on board for price to keep pushing to the downside. In the daily time frame, this is what I am following. This is my key level of resistance there, that level, that area there. I will just keep this one here as support. If price pushes to the upside, then we get any reaction of that zone, we'll be looking for our short entries in the American dollar against the Swiss franc. Alright, let's move on to the next one, the sterling pounds against Australian dollar. No need to talk much here. The charts are clear. We can see price giving us a lower swing low right here. All we need to see now is a pullback. If price can make a pullback to that zone, we'll look for a continuation move, trading in the direction of this trend, okay, trading in the direction of that trend. So we need pullbacks to that zone. That means for intraday time frames, this is not an area you want to be hitting on your sell button, because a pullback can happen at any time. Alright, the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. This is a similar one. It seems the sterling pounds will be gaining temporary strength for this week. In the weekly time frame, you can see that rejection of that area. Even though it is happening in the middle of nowhere, it is more of a rejection. We might probably find out why price is being rejected around this area when the pattern becomes clearer. So at any rate, try to avoid hitting on your sell button in the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. In the daily time frame, I am expecting to see that pullback. It is just similar to the sterling pounds against the Australian dollar that we analyzed. Here I am also expecting to see that price makes a pullback to that zone. If it does, then we'll be looking for our short entries in the sterling pounds against the New Zealand dollar. It's a nice setup coming. Hopefully we will get some entry there. Alright, euro against the New Zealand dollar. In the weekly time frame, we saw price reacting off that area of resistance. It couldn't push to the upside. It couldn't beat that level. Well, you need to analyze this little congestion that we are having here. Alright, you need to analyze the type of pattern that we are having in that little congestion. Price gave us a straight move, okay, then suddenly sideways. If you move into the daily time frame, where we might have a clearer picture, you will see how price kept giving us higher swing highs, lower swing lows. So what do we have? Effectively, we have what looks like a triangle. Okay, let me draw those levels. I will just connect the last two lows, okay, and connect the last two highs. All right, so it seems to have an expanding triangle. Okay, bounce there, bounce here, bounce here, bounce here. The euro against the New Zealand dollar, therefore, might not be a very suitable location to go short around here. If you must go short, you need price to break below that level, then you'll be looking for your short entries. For now, this seems to be a support zone, so we shouldn't go short. We might have price even coming down a bit before pushing to the upside. All right, I just want to give you a little note of warning there. Let's look into the euro against the sterling pound. So this is one of those pairs that we got involved since last week, and the price has just been hesitating around that zone. This is quite painful, but I know and I trust the strategy that this pair will eventually come to the downside. Okay, it will eventually come to the downside. All you need to do is to be patient, hold the trade, don't be frightened, don't keep making comments that will incite anyone that the trade is going against us. Just keep it. It is normal. Whenever you take a trade, you don't expect price to move straight on in your direction. Usually there are some hesitation meandering around before price moving in the direction or against the direction. It is normal. Okay, so just let the trade run. Of course, you can see that we are having some sort of a channel formation. This little hesitation here is a sign of warning that, hey, price might soon be breaking to the downside, and I expect price to break all the way at least to the red line there before pushing to the upside. So even if we are not going to be making any profit here, prepare your mind for this profit. All right, this is what I am expecting to cash out in this trade, and I am just going to let that trade run. Okay, in the weekly time frame, we previously had an expanding triangle. Okay, we consider this level here as resistance, and this one here as support. It may not be so. It may not be so anymore. Let us just take out all of those levels. I am actually saying that we have this zone there, okay, and this one here. So it seems price has just been making some sideways fires. Let's use the standard trend line, taking that high. Okay, that's the high right here. And also take the low, that low right here. Okay, so you will see how price has been finding the lower boundary as support, the lower boundary as support multiple times and the upper boundary as resistance. Right now price is trading around the upper boundary of that line. Okay, so you need to be very firm and optimistic that price will eventually crash from that point on. Crash from that point on to the downside. So every single trade that we take them at very optimal zone, and we expect to see better results in them. So for the euro against the sterling pounds, we took that trade at an optimal area. Even if price goes against us, don't you worry, all trades are taken at very optimal zone, and as you know, our stop loss are very difficult to be hit. So if price have made all of this run to the upside and we are taking our sell right here, that makes a lot of sense. We didn't take the sell right here, okay, around support zone. We didn't take the sell somewhere here, but we are taking the sell position at an optimal area. So we'll let that trade run, give it a fair chance. We are likely going to have price back down, at least maybe to somewhere in here, before another push to the upside. So just keep the trade. For now, I'm going to take out these levels. Oh, sorry, let me just bring them back. Take out these ones, then just keep them for now. I'm going to change that with time if we get a bounce. All right, the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. This is the last pair in this review. I just want us to pay attention to what is going on here in this little box that we have in here. This is an area of resistance. I want to advise you and not to hit on your buy button against that level. We are also watching to see the possibility of a bounce within that zone. If we do get a bounce, then we'll be hitting on our sell button. All right, folks, thanks for being here. Thanks for your patience. For those of you who are subscribers to the Signal service, those of you who are paying money to get this service, for the past 2 weeks we have not really done much. I do apologize for that. Okay, I do apologize for that. We are likely going to be giving you 1 free month. All right, 1 month free of membership for your patience and the missed a period of time that we didn't give signals. So if you receive the email asking you to renew your membership, please ignore that for 1 month. Do not make any payments on the website. All right, don't make any payments. All right, let's see some of these charts. The euro against the Japanese yen. We actually shared this chart. Go back to your chart, look at what has happened. I think price went to the downside in our direction. The New Zealand dollar against the American dollar, we see possibly fake breakout, avoid going long, and I am sure price actually made that push to the downside. We also shared that this one here, even though we got the bounce, but price didn't come all the way here. From there on, it turned again to the upside. I have gone through the charts myself, and I don't want to waste your time. Okay, this is the euro against the American dollar, the euro against the sterling pounds, and this is the euro against the American dollar. This actually played out, but unfortunately we're not there to take the trade. Well, just be patient. All right, be patient, guys. I am sure everything will get better, and we are going to improve in our trading. Thanks for being here again. If you have questions or contributions, feel free, send them across to us, and we'll be extremely happy to respond to them. Do have a fantastic trading week.